everyone, and welcome to the next episode of Jansen Yoga. My name is Petra and I come to you from Eksjö in Sweden. And today is a beautiful spring weather. I really enjoy this day, and I had a hard time sitting down today, but it's 2 weeks since I recorded last time, so I thought now it's the time. And yes, thank you for checking in. We can start with that one. Hope you had 2 really good weeks, and that you got some lovely knitting time, and yeah, that everything is fine with you. So, where shall I start? Always a little rusty. So anyway, I say hello to you in my underwear today as well. I seem not be able to take my clothes on properly, but it's nice. I have been doing my morning practice this morning, and also from this Monday I have started with a new class in our yoga studio that we call prana yoga, which means like prana is like your life energy, and I have included some shaking and some dancing and just soft movements and everything, and it was really fun. So I just got back having some lunch and have been taking a shower, and now I just, took my home clothes on. It's the best clothes. In Sweden we call these långkalsonger. I have no idea what you call them in English actually, but like, never mind. I can't say it in English. So what has been going on since last time? It's 2 weeks now since I recorded, and I actually had time last Monday, but I was on a long yoga weekend. So it was, I think I went there, from Friday to Monday. So I got home around lunch on Monday, and I been on a studio called Yoga with a Silver Lining in Kalmar with my teacher Ann. So I follow her around sometimes just because I'm on my last part of my I don't know what you call it, teacher training somehow. I don't know what to say, but so when she goes somewhere and I have the opportunity, I follow her and talk a lot about assisting and about everything around the philosophy and some sutra talk and everything. So anyway, that's what I have been doing. I'm not gonna talk a lot of yoga now in the beginning, because the beginning is mainly handicraft talk, of course. So anyway, I didn't have the energy in Monday. I needed rest when I got home, and then the week just flew by as they do. And now it is Monday again. It's crazy how fast the weeks go. However, I had a really lovely weekend this weekend as well. I didn't have the time to tell you, because I thought about telling you last week, but since I wasn't here, I didn't manage to do that. I went to a handicraft fair, or handicraft market, however you say it in English, in Kil. So the name is Fårfesten in Kil in Swedish. So it's like the wool party in Kil, which is, Kil is like a little city. And I went there with my friend Eva from Eva's Svammel. And it I think it was a really good one. It was the first time I visited actually, and I have been wanting to go there for a long time because I imagine it to be a really, really nice one, and it was a really, really nice one. I think it was the best handicraft wool market I've been to in Sweden actually, so I can totally recommend it. It was really, it was a great arrangement with everything, with the vendors, with how it was really calm, big, airy. So yeah, I can really recommend it. And the theme is wool, of course, because, or cheap, because that's the name of it. And many other places I think have a lot of everything, you know, like cloths or textile materials, everything, but this is really concentrated down to the wool. So there was a lot of wool, a lot of yarn, a lot of weaving, spinning, everything, and you know, oh, it totally got crazy there. So yeah, we stayed in a really nice place, maybe 10 kilometers outside Shawl. Me and Eva, and we came in Friday, so we had maybe like 1.5 hours to just look around, see what's going on. So we had some idea what would happen on the Saturday, where we had when we had our whole day to spend there. And yeah, I managed to buy something maybe after 20 minutes, I guess. My first purchase, and I continued doing a great work, spending my money. So yeah, as I said, I really like the vendors. There were a lot of Swedish mills and you know, sheep keepers or farmers or whatever you say, and my mind was set on buying wool for spinning, and I found really nice wool. There was a lot of wool and a lot of different places, but I actually bought I bought wool from one place because they had a lot of different qualities and yeah, really good stuff that I wanted to try. So I decided to just stick with that one to start with. But I photographed and saved the cards and everything from other places as well, so that was really nice. And yeah, I think maybe I will insert some pictures and small videos here so you can see, and then I will show you what I actually bought. So here comes some footage. Yes, and I hope you like the pictures and that I got them in properly. So it was, I thought it was big. I can't say how big actually it was, but there was a lot of places going on and a lot of things going on different places. So it was located in a big school. So there were, you know, vendors on a lot of different places all over. So you could walk around and there were cafes and food outside and everything. So anyway, I think I'm gonna start to show you what I bought, and then I will show some knitting as well. So, as I told you, I bought wool from a company that's called Oddebo Ull. This is their label. And I think they have been running this business for a very long time. I don't know, maybe I should Google some info, but I know when I started to handicraft teacher many years ago, 25 years ago, I know I actually ordered wool from them then as well. So they keep going strong, I guess. And they have some really beautiful, this is finull, so a Swedish finulls får, finulls sheep. And this is really soft. I would say it's kind of merino soft, but with a little more, I wouldn't say tooth, but a little more structure in it somehow. And it feels really beautiful. They have these in white, gray, I think light gray, dark gray, and really dark, like to blackish gray. And I bought kind of them all, but in different. I will show you now. So you see. Let's see if I can show you everything. Yeah. So these are some of the colors. I have 2 full bags of these, and they are some different qualities. So finull, as I said, and this is called gobeläng, which is from the finull sheep, but it is the longer staples in this one, not the ones just below the sheep's skin, how you should say. Anyway, so that was that. This is also really soft. And I bought white, this is from Leicester and finull. And I bought Gotland sheep, and some Swedish Värmlands får. You know, I don't know how to say this in English. But Värmland, this is such beautiful. I will show you 2 different, two different blacks. I don't know if you can see the difference. This has a little more warmth tone, and this has a little colder black. I thought for this warmer one, I bought actually 500 grams, I think. So I thought maybe this could be a sweater spin somehow, to make an entire sweater or cardigan of. So I bought enough so I could do that if I decide to do that. And then I also bought a lot of this dark one, because I decided I wanted to use this for my drum carder that I showed you the last time. I haven't been carding anything yet. I might be able to do that today, because I have been waiting for some good wool and stuff. So I want to use this somehow like a base where I can blend in a little lighter wool as well, and also my different, I think I showed, sorry for the sound, but these with all the colors. I would like to blend a little bit of them in the dark one. And maybe I'm thinking of doing a spin for another shawl. The Traveler shawl by Andrea Maury, I think. I think she's having like a spin along or knit along for that shawl at the moment. I will not join it because that would make me not want to do it anymore. But I get really inspired watching it. So I think I might do a spin of that one. Maybe have the dark wool like the base, and then slowly skein by skein adding a little more color, so it would be like a fun fade somehow. So that's a little thing I have been thinking of, if that would be fun. And yeah, I love this wool. It's so beautiful. So that's one I bought, maybe like 2 kilos somehow, around that. And from them I also bought this little, no, I didn't bought it from them, from another one. This little wool locks. They had, this is from Gotland's Spinneri. So it's an island on the east coast of Sweden, Gotland. And they have a mill there, spinnery, mill, I think you say mill. And they sewed this because it's soon Easter, and even though we are not actively religious or Christians or so, but we fancy the like the culture part of Eastern, you know, doing some lovely thing, and the chickens eating eggs and everything. So I bought this to have in my Easter. Påskris is the name in Swedish. Påskris, like you have some from the tree that you take inside and put feathers, or in this case wool in it. I don't know if you get it what I mean, but anyway, that's what I want to have these for. And they were really, really pretty. I could also spin of them, you know, adding them to wool bat. That would also be really fun. So I might have to buy more, not using for Easter stuff. Okay, so next thing I bought was, I can keep in the same track here because I showed you that wool from Gotlands Ullspinneri, eller Gotlands Spinneri. I also bought more from them. This is also from Gotlands Spinneri. This is a beautiful single plied, really woolly Gotland cheap yarn. It really has a tooth to it. It's a little, I guess you could, if you're sensitive, you could maybe think this is a little itchy somehow. But it also feels really soft, and it's 100% Gotland cheap, and I think it holds 345 meterage, 400 grams. And what I planned about this, I had a really hard time to decide. You know, there was so much beautiful wool. I had a hard time deciding what I wanted. Oh, and I'm not good at taking decisions. I can think about stuff forever. So this really took some time to decide, but I finally decided. And I thought 2 skeins would be enough for, you know, maybe just a little top somehow, maybe with a 3/4 sleeve and just a crop top with some neckline like this I would like. and just yeah, something nice that you can have like a black tank top underneath, and just this little I want it to be kind of a loose gauge on it, so maybe a little see-through, just something to add that you can wear inside as well. So I hope 2 skeins will be enough, but I think so. I might knit it on a 4mm needle or something. So this is so nice, really beautiful wool. They have so many lovely different you know, 2-plies, and they also have a dyed skeins in different colors, and they had a really beautiful rusty color that I hold in it so many times, and a petrol color, and very beautiful yarns. So the next thing I bought was from another mill. No, not another mill, another sheep farm, I should say. And that is Guldtackan in Tranås. Tranås is it's a small city, just like next city from Eksjö, up north. So it's not far at all. And when there was this Christmas market in Eksjö this winter, I actually visited them because they were there with their wool and everything as well, and I hold in this one so long, but then I don't know why I didn't buy anything. I might just wanted to hold in my wallet for a little while. But this time I just felt, no, if I'm gonna buy some more yarn now, I want to buy from a real local producer, and I thought it was fun. It's a really sweet lady we talked to that owns this company with her husband, I guess. I think he was with them as well. Okay, so this is, can you see there? So this is how dark it is. It looks it's really dark, as you can see. And this is a beautiful 2-ply yarn with 275 meters on 100 grams. And I bought 3 because I thought as well, I had kind of the same thought with this one as the other one, about a top that would be nice over a skirt or something, or just a little I've seen a really sweet little neat cardigan designed by Anna Sjösvärd, a Swedish designer that I saw. She was there as well, and she designed a sweet little cropped cardigan, and I thought 3 skeins would be enough for something like that. A top or a cardigan in this one. Really beautiful. So, yeah, really nice. So that was from Guldtackan in Tranås. And they also work with, how do you say it? These products. So I bought these really beautiful gloves from them as well, and it's a dark brown with dark gray wool on, and these will be great for winter. I actually hold in these when they were in Eksjö as well. I didn't buy them then, but now I decided I want to buy them. So so warm and cozy, even though they might be too warm now to wear outside, but they have to wait until next winter. So I think that was, oh, and I actually bought these as well because they were from merino wool, and I wear a lot of pantyhose. No. I don't know how you say it. Anyway, that you wear under stuff. So I bought this and another pair with green and black as well, in merino wool. Really beautiful. I wear a lot of skirts and dresses, so I use these kind of pants a lot, and they made me really happy, because I think it's kind of hard to find good ones in fun colors. They're always black somehow, and when I found them striped, I just had to buy 2 pair of them. So that was everything for the no, I have one more stuff. There was a really sweet girl that sold chocolate, how do you say, chocolate, homemade chocolate, and in sheep form, you know, look at this. And they were so good. She was really amazing. They tasted delicious, and there was a little note with different tastes, or what, how do you say? And her company is Chocolate by L. So I see if I can link her below as well. So they were delicious. My dear husband Robert got these as a gift, so I can't eat them. Sorry to say that, but he has to eat them, of course. I also tasted other little sheeps. They were really good, with passion fruit and like Bailey's taste and caramel and salt and everything. But they were really delicious. So I can recommend them as well. So I think that was everything for Fårfesten in Kiel. A lot of long rambling maybe, but it was a really fun event, and I think they had, you know, everything that I would like to get. Maybe I didn't find a lot of like wool, hand-dyed wool. I saw a little just when I was about to go home, but I think that might be just also because we were there the last day and it had already been up and open for 2 days before when we arrived, so that might be the case. Otherwise there were also, you know, you could try spinning wheels, and you could there were a lot of classes you could take, and yeah, everything. So, and exhibitions about wool, and there were this the children that went to this school, I guess they had made really fun exhibitions of sheep, like sheep portraits. Someone had like a cigarette in his mouth, and yeah, it was really fun actually. Anyway, so yeah, it was a good place, and I'm really happy I got there. So go there if you can. It would be really nice. I think you would like it. So I brought some knitting there. It has been 2 weeks now. I don't think I had, you know, made a lot of progress in anything at the moment. I don't know why, but might be the spring knocking on the door. Everything else is happening, but I will show my first work in progress, and that is Riddari. It's a little wrinkly now, but this, I knit this for my husband. So I use 2 colors. So I use a dark gray and a really dark gray, like a blackish gray. I think the name of this is like sheep black or something. And I really like it. I fancy it in 2 colors. I made some modification. I added some short rows to the neck. I will see if that was a good decision or not. I don't know. I feel this neckline is a little bit small somehow. Tight, or is it just me that always wants bigger necklines? But I hope it will be, Robert is kind of a big man, so I hope this will be enough size for him. He hasn't even tried it yet, but I guess he will try it this afternoon, because I bound off the stitches yesterday evening, so he can try it now. But I hope it will have a good blocking as well, and some washing and things. So that one, I'm really happy with it. I really enjoy knitting with the yarn. I really like Lettlopi, and I guess all of you have knitted with it, but to me it's kind of new. It's not new. I have been on Iceland like 20 years ago when I studied to a handicraft teacher, and I bought a lot of Istex wool from there. So I have knitted it in it before, but not since being, you know, this addicted knitter that I am now. There's something though, I don't know what it is, if it's the size of the needles, but I think this knit is kind of hard on my hands and on my arms somehow. I don't know if it is that I try to knit it a little with a little tighter gauge than my hands, you know, normally would like to knit. I might should have been taking a smaller needle to be a little more loose in my knitting style somehow. I don't know, I just found it a little hard in my hands. And I also have a really bad knitting injury in my finger. You know, I poke the needle all the time, and I've been knitting a lot on socks, so that makes a big, really hurtful hole in the finger. I guess you might have had it as well. Anyway, enough about that. I really fancy it. I hope and I think Robert will be really fine in this one, so, and that he will like it, so that's really nice. Another project, what's the time? The socks I showed you before, but they are done finally as well. They turned out good, I think. I knitted these in one strand of fingering sock yarn and one strand of mohair on a 3mm needle, and these are really cozy. I guess they might mostly be like an indoor sock. I don't know how well they will keep up in a boot outside. They feel a little too soft somehow, but it is sock yarn, so it might work. Anyway, I really like them. They are really cozy. I have not decided if I'm going to take them myself or if my daughter will have them. I will see. And I cast it on next sock. So I showed you my Zauberball skeins that I bought last time. And here is the first sock. I'm not actually done. I decided to make a shorty of this one. So in this sock I actually learned a new short row heel. It calls the shadow wrap heel, and I watched a really great tutorial by Earth Tone Girls. She's really sweet. She has a lovely vlog on here on YouTube, and she makes really good videos and things, just both vlogs and but also you know how-to videos. So I learned that one. It's really easy, and I'm glad because sometimes I want to knit the socks toe up, but I mostly knit heel flap and gusset, but I don't like that from toe up, so that was a perfect heel for that. And I think I will add maybe just 1 or 2 centimeters more to the ribbing, and then they will be done. The thing about this is I don't fancy the color. When I ordered these, I have shown them before. Oh, maybe I will take them. sorry. So these two, for example, they look different on the pictures. And when I got them, I thought, yeah, maybe they might be fine when I knit them or so, you know. But it is not my colors at all. I don't like red. I really don't like red. If it's any color that I maybe have ever used, it might be red. And I don't like red and green together because that just reminds me of, like, you know, a Christmas tree. And I don't like red and yellow together. Oh, I don't know. I don't like it. You know. No, it's not my kind of cup of tea in these ones. And the same here, you know, gray and I don't know. No, it's not my color area somehow. And then I thought, you know, when I started this sock, but I can knit gifts instead. And they can be gift socks, which they probably might be. But I don't want to knit in colors that I know. I don't want to knit anything that I really don't fancy to knit. You know, from now on, knitting is my hobby. And I don't want to knit things that I don't want to knit. If you get it. I don't know, how do you think with things like this? Do you know, somebody wants a sweater in a color that you really don't fancy and you knit them in that sweater and you don't enjoy the process? Do you do that? I don't know. Oh, anyway, it has to be one more at least. However, I must say, I really like this. And also, wait a minute. The thing is, you know, the taste is really different from everyone. If you really fancy this, you might fancy this a lot. Maybe red is your kind of cup of tea. Then the color is, you can get it there. I don't know if you can see it. Will it? No? No, it doesn't want to. Okay. The color is 2516 and the yarn is Zauberball Stärke 6 and I guess it's from Shawl, from Germany. So Zauberball Stärke 6 might be in German. I don't know. I really like this yarn, however, because it's 150 grams, so you get a really big, you know, you could knit knee socks, which I thought would be really fun if I had liked the colors. Now it was short socks instead, but otherwise you can knit, you know, really long like knee socks. It would be really fun. And since it is let me see, 400 meters on 150 grams, that makes it about, what can it be? About 300? Okay, I can't count. But I don't know. 400 meters, 150 grams. If you divide it in 3, so if we divide 400 in 3, that makes maybe, I don't know. Anyway, around 300 meters on 100. It's like a sport weight yarn. Let's just say that. So, and that, I really like that because it makes a great body on the sock, I think. It's not too thin, it feels really sturdy, but still like a fine sock, not like these, you know, big ones that you can't wear in your shoe. It still feels fine, but a little sturdier. So I really like the quality, and it's like 75 wool and 25 25 biological nylon somehow. So I can really recommend the yarn if you fancy it. I really like it. I usually knit socks on 2.25mm needle, really knitting hard because I want them tight. But this one, I decided to knit it now on 2.5mm needle and lose my grip a bit so I don't get hurt in my hands. And I find it really nice. That suits me perfect. If you're a fast, tight knitter, you might want to go up to 2.25 or 3mm. I don't know. So that was that, I think. I think that was all. No, I have one project more. I showed you some yarn for a new shawl last time, and since my did I show you? I think I showed you the finished Vertices Unite. So since then I actually casted on the, I see, I have a picture as well, the Lunae shawl. And I casted it on with my Wooldreamers yarn in the 3 colorways that I showed you last time. So they look like this. And this is also like a sport weight yarn, so it turns out a little heavier than a fingering, and I thought I wanted a little more body in the yarn as well for this shawl because it's not that big, and I think I'm really liking it so far. And it has this structure in the main color, like I think she calls it like a star stitch, a star stitch pattern, yes. And then there's these mosaic borders along that looks like this. So I think this will be really nice when it's done. So you knit this thin board or part up on the shawl, out like this, and then you will pick up stitches all along. And yeah, I can show it here as well. So you put these stitches, you pick up afterwards. So I'm on here now, and then I will pick up all the stitches around it and make some tassels on it as well. I think I will do that. So I just started that. The star stitch pattern is not intuitive for me. I don't fancy it that much, I must say, but I like how it looks. But this will be a knit that takes some time for me, I think, just because, I don't know, you have to pick up stitches and on every purl row and knit it purl-wise, and yeah. Anyway, it's not the most fun pattern to knit, I think, but it looks really nice, and I think the shawl will be really beautiful. So that was my last work in progress. And I still want to cast on my Cinnabar shawl by Andrea Murray in my handspun. I decided to go for these colors now. So these will be the ones I knit with. And because I really want to knit some brioche. It was a long time ago, and I would really like to knit some brioche at the moment. So I'm hoping to cast on this. However, now I kind of decided that, you know, Petra, you are allowed to have one shawl, one sweater, and like one small, like a sock or something. And that's it. You can't do everything at the same time, that's because I know myself that I get stressed when there's a lot of patterns, just like projects lying around. I get somehow stressed about that. I don't like it. I don't like to see all the bags with a lot of projects. It's not my kind of cup of tea either. It stresses me out, and somehow I just want to get rid of them, and nothing feels fun. So I really want to try to, you know, focus like on one shawl now. So I will do that one, and then I will cast on this one. But I really want how anyway to cast it on. But I'll see next week if I have behaved or if I haven't behaved. Yeah, I have one little project more. I will go and get it, I think. No, I couldn't find it, and I don't know where it is then. Okay, anyway, I didn't find it. I also need a little Sophie scarf, just and not that wide as it is in the design, a little smaller, because I'm especially in the winter, I really like to wear a headband over my ears. I just went outside now with our dog before I started to record, and I forgot my headband, and it was really I don't like when it's windy around my ears. It makes me freeze a lot. So yeah, I needed another one, a little Sophie scarf, a little shorter one that I just can tie around my head somehow. So that was it for this time, and I don't know what else to talk about. Hopefully next time I can show you some bats, some card bats, or how you say, because I'm really, now when I have the wool and everything, it will be really fun to do something and start to spin again. I really need a little spin now, so that will be really fun. And yes, and I sent out the yarn for the winners, and yeah, I think that's it for this time. So thank you so much for checking in here. I will have a little chat about yoga. This will be a long episode as well, I guess, but if you're here for the handicraft, thank you so much for stepping by here. I really appreciate it, and you left so many beautiful comments, and I love reading them. And yeah, they really make my day. So please, if you have a comment, please write it down below. I love to read it. And if you like this, maybe give me a thumbs up and subscribe if you'd like to see more. So see you next week again. Bye bye. And for you that will stick with me for a little while longer, hi again. So as I said, I was at a little longer retreat last weekend. It was mostly Ashtanga yoga, and I was there with my teacher, but we also had I was on a little yin yoga class. That was really nice to just participate, not doing anything by myself, and I really liked that. And I also took education, or how to say, I took education for pregnancy yoga, so I can also have yeah, you know, have my pregnancy classes for women that would like to have yoga even when they are going to have a child. And that was really interesting. There's, of course, I have done so much yoga now, so many things is like a little similar, but there's also postures and twists and things that you don't do when you're pregnant. You want, you know, your little baby to stick in there like the first trimester, and yeah, movements and stuff that you should be careful about, and things that's good for you and everything. And if if you're a practitioner of Ashtanga yoga, you're really used to hold your bandhas, as we call it. And when you get pregnant, you shouldn't hold your bandhas in that way, because you want to loosen up so you can actually give birth to the little child, not holding it inside. So yeah, it was a little different stuff about the pregnancy yoga that I really found interesting to learn and stuff like that. And I have bandhas is actually something that I think maybe I should talk a little bit about that today. There are some, you know, like, as I said before, English is not the language that I teach yoga. I don't know if I say correct things now in the perfect way, but yeah, there's the camera cat again. Anyway, so in yoga we talk a lot about different like tools or methods that you can use to deepen your yoga practice and stay focused and you know, things around to connect to your yoga practice, that we can say that. So, and one part is called Tristana, and I don't know if this is something that's in all yoga practices, but in Ashtanga we talk a lot about Tristana, and it's like it means like three points of view, or three different parts that you can use to deepen your yoga practice. And there is Drishti, that means you focus with your gaze, that it can be on your nose tip, it can be on your fingers, that makes you focus and stay calm with a calm, steady mind. So that's called Drishti. And you have bandhas. Bandhas is like body locks, or that you engage somehow when you practice. So we have some different in our throat, we have in our stomach, and in our, I don't know actually what you call it, in your butt. I don't know if you can say it like that. Mostly we use something that's called Mula Bandha and Uddiyana Bandha, which is centered down here. So in Swedish we call it like you draw your belly into your spine somehow, because you engage the lower part of your belly, and you also engage around like you don't want to go on the toilet. That's, you know, how I can describe it. I actually don't know how to describe it in English. But you hold yourself up somehow, engage your muscular tissues around down here, and you call them body locks just because you want to center yourself there. You want to engage to keep your strength and everything when you do your poses in a yoga practice. And or also if you're just sitting like this, you don't want to sit like, you know, slouch. You want to engage. I talked about that a little bit in the yoga movie that I did. But yeah, it calls body locks so anyway, or bandhas. And there's also your breath. So you use your breath and your focus, gaze focus, and your body locks to stay focused on your practice. And that's called Tristana, and it's something that's really present when I do my practice. And it's also very present in everyday life, I think, because you can, as a yoga philosophy, I will talk a little more about yoga philosophy in the following episodes. There are parts and steps and things you can say, small things you can, how you are against yourself, how you are against others, a lot of stuff in yoga philosophy that I really like and that I try to use in my everyday life. And the Tristana is also something that I actually try to use, because like drishti or gaze, you know, when you stay focused on something. You know, if you do a balance pose, you want to stay focused, otherwise you just wobbling around, you know. And to me that also, and also of course in the yoga philosophy, but this also something that you can use in your everyday life to stay focused. You know, us people, we have social media, we have, like, you know, you can go into Ravelry and you want to knit thousands of pieces, and you see something in a shop and you want to buy that, or you want to live in that house instead of that house, or there are a lot of stuff. I can imagine maybe you understand what I mean, or maybe it's just me, but I think that's a human thing. You see all the stuff and you want to have time for all the stuff and you want to do all the stuff, but the drishti, the focus, the eye focus, help me sometimes to know you just stay calm in something. You don't have to look there, you don't have to look there. And I can imagine this is a lifelong practice, because we are humans and that are things that we struggle with all the time. But I really try to use this yoga tools or yoga, you know, wisdom somehow in my everyday life. To ground myself, and also my bandhas when I feel a little airy, there's too much going on, maybe I have a bad day, whatever. I try to keep my bandhas, stay calm, being steady, center myself, try to let everything just go on here. Just don't look everywhere. Try to stay calm. This is something, this too shall pass. I say isn't it in Star Wars they say this? Anyway, this too shall pass, and if you stay steady in that, and if you're grounded, if you're focused, to me it's much more easy to stay calm. And also the breath. The breath, I have talked about it before, but the breath, it's so important. If you are stressed out and you actually try to breathe calmly, it's impossible to get stressed. Actually, if you feel a day that you're kind of stressed, you know, you're breathing like this, you don't feel grounded, it's too much going on, whatever. If you actually take just these few moments to sit down, take the deep breaths through your nose, in and out through your nose with a closed mouth, fill all your chest, your diaphragm, it should be big and airy, and when you breathe out, it goes together. That makes so much to help you calm down, to relax, and yeah, I found these really nice tools. So, you know, in Ashtanga and many other yogas as well, I don't have to say this every time, you know, I do my Ashtanga yoga, and there are so many other yogas, I don't know everything about everything, but in Ashtanga yoga, that means like 8 ways or paths. Ashta is like 8, and so 8 paths, and the asanas, the positions, the thing you do with your body, that's just one little part of everything. The other parts is like pranayama, we take our deep breaths. It's yama, niyama, how you should be to yourself and how you should be to other people. And there's also, you know, going inside, meditation and everything like this. That comes afterwards. And us humans have a lot of things going on just in the first steps of this. But I think if you chose yoga and you chose it a little more with intention, just not only practice or training, you know, you chose it to actually use a little bit of the philosophy, maybe it can help you a lot in your everyday life. And I will talk about these small words or meanings or whatever, I think. And I hope you might, I don't know really, it feels really, I don't know if you think I'm just rambling here and there's no use to listen to this. If you're not even, you know, into this, I don't know. But I also see it as a little learning thing. It makes me putting words on my thoughts. So it's like a little learning thing for me, maybe. I don't know. If you think anything about this, please let me know in the comments below. I'd love to hear your thoughts. And please keep them kind. I think we should have respect for each other. If you don't like anything, that's totally fine. You can like everyone or everything or whatever, but you can be kind. Maybe you can just move forward or you can in a kind way say something. I really would appreciate if you do it like that. So yeah, I think that was everything for this time. And I really love everything that you write to me. If you have any suggestions, anything you would like to see or hear or whatever, we have questions, please write down below in the comments field and I will try to answer it. And otherwise, I just wish you a really happy day and that you like this little episode and that we see you next week. Goodbye, thank you so much.